Hello everyone, my name is Deepak. I am from Web Refiner here. So today I'll just be showing you how to create an exam in this session. So as you can see on my screen on the left side and the right side, they both are login portals. So I'll be logging in with admin in this on my left side and the teacher's ID on my right side. Let's just log in with the teacher's ID. John. John is the teacher I just created. Okay, so as you can see after login, we can we can see the profile's name, whoever account it is, and in this admin space the admin's name is headmaster and his group and all, his phone number. On the right hand side the teacher's name is John, his login ID, his phone number, his email, everything it's shown up here. So after this login, we first have to go to the upper left hand corner. There is a drop down menu here and we can see various list of activities we can do. First things first, there is admin menu, the administration, where we can add faculty, modify users, enroll students, create classes, create subjects, add subjects, exams, and in tasks you can take attendance, requests for leave. The principal can, the students can send requests, and the teachers can, or the principal can accept and cancel the requests, and events if any upcoming events are there. So in this session we'll be covering only the exams portion on how to create an exam. So let's just quickly get into it. Let's just create the exam. Let me just quickly show you on the teachers side. Teachers as of now they can't create exam because they are not authorized currently on this session, but will be available in the near future for the next exam when they will take the class test and all. This option will be available, they will be authorized then, but for this exam they're currently not authorized. So let's just create exam from an admin's ID. Let's just take an exam name is annual 3. Okay, description is optional, you can type anything or you can just keep it blank, it's upon you. Let's just say this exam is of 10 marks, the pass mark is 5, -% is optional. You can, if you want, you can give it or not, you can just leave it. Exam from, you can select any date you want in the upcoming month or in this current month, but as for me I'll be selecting today's date because I just want to complete it today itself. So September 11th to September 11th, that is batches. Now you can select multiple batches, 4 batches in a day. So let me just say I'll be selecting the time, it is now 9:04 p.m. to just say 5 p.m. the ending, the first batch time. So as you can see we can add multiple batches here. We can add 4 batches in a day, like morning batch, afternoon batch, evening batch, and so and so. So let's just add 2 batches. Let's just say we just added a first batch of 9:04 p.m. to 9:05 p.m. That's a 1-minute exam. Let's just add another batch of from 10:04 p.m. to, let's just say 11:04 p.m. that is completely exactly 1 hour. So after this we can just create the exam. So as you can see, new exams has been created. Now when the exams are created, you will directly come in this page where we, in this menu, the whatever the class we have created before, this will drop down here immediately. You don't have to do anything on this. The exam date, it's on 11 September. It's created on when you can see it here. And as for the classes, for class 1 we just added math subjects. It's a demo site, so we just added math subject only for class 1, and for other classes like for example class 10 we have added many subjects like advanced maths and information technology, English and all. But there is one thing common in all, that is the date and time is not set. We just gave the date for the examination, but we didn't select any date for this particular subject. Let's just select a date and time for, say, maths exam for class 1. So to set the date and time, we just go to modify here. So now we can select the date, on which date do you want to conduct this maths examination on. So if you if you're taking a 1 week examination or 10 days examination, the list of dates will appear here. But as for me, I have just created this 1 day examination, so just today's date is available. And time, since I've created 2 batches, one is from 9:04 p.m. to 9:05 p.m. The next one was 10:04 p.m. to 11:04 p.m. So I'll just select the first batch. You can change the marks if you want, the full marks or the pass mark. And the main part is here, the selecting the invigilator. Now, as by default, the headmaster is an invigilator, the admin is the invigilator, but he or she has the right, the authority. He or she can, if she wants, she can ask any teacher to be the invigilator. She can select any teacher to be the invigilator here. So let's just say I'm selecting John as the invigilator for the subject maths for class 1 on this exam, annual 3. So now just save the changes, and exam paper has been updated. Now let's go on to John's ID, view exams here, annual 3, the exam we just created. Now similarly, as you can see, there are multiple classes we had time before. So as for the math exam, the invigilator is John, but for other exams, it's headmaster. By default, he's headmaster. So I'll just show you one thing, that as for John, he cannot modify the paper that is not assigned to, because he cannot, because he's not the authorized person to modify this paper, because the admin is the headmaster for this paper. Sorry, the headmaster is the invigilator for this paper. Now as for class 1, John is the invigilator, so he can modify his paper. As you can see, he can select the date, he can select the batch timing, he can change the batch timing if he wants, and also he can redirect his authority to some other teacher if he wants, that is. Now for now, let's just keep John as the invigilator and save changes. Now as you can see, the exam time and exam date has been set, and the number of marks we just gave was 10, so there are 10 marks remaining. We didn't add any question. So even if you don't add any question, if you want to start the exam, it won't, because you didn't add any question. This menu will pop up, so you have to add the question. So let's just quickly add a question. Okay, you can select or add 2 different type of questions. One is objective and the other is descriptive. For the descriptive option, let's just say where is Taj Mahal, for example. This is a question. Let me just say, you can the teacher have she or he can type the question, they can copy or paste the question, or if they want, they can open their camera and they can upload an image that is already being set. They can upload an image, or if they are on mobile phones, they can directly open the camera and just snap a picture and just directly upload it. This will appear directly like this. And also, if you want to delete the picture or erase this picture, you can just go to reset and the picture will be erased. So as for now, where is Taj Mahal? This was the question I just gave. So let's just give 4 options. One is Delhi, Agra, Goa, or Pune. So also the teacher have to give the right answer here, so that when the answer is being evaluated, this type of descriptive objective questions will be auto corrected. So Agra is the correct answer here. Let me just give the marks. Let me just say this question was of 5 marks. We are adding the question. The objective question has been added. Now let's just add another question. There is a descriptive one. As I said already, we can copy the question, we can paste the question, or we can upload an image, or if you are on mobile phone, your camera will appear and you can snap an image and you can upload it directly. And also we have many other options, like this, say we are taking a math examination or any science or any language examination, we can add symbols here. Let's just say if you're not getting any symbols, you can just type out the name $, and the dollar symbol will appear. Just say root and the symbol will appear. If you're not getting these symbols, that is, you can add tables. These things are required while in mathematics or in science or many examinations like that. You can bold it, you can italic the language, you can strike it, underline it. Also you can add and remove rows and columns. Now also if you want to add certain questions like a square plus b square, that is possible via our superscript and subscript option. Let us say a superscript square plus b square. So in this way it is possible. Also there is a subscript option. So, and there are many things to highlight or to make the lists, and many more things are available. So let's just, for this question, let's just open our camera and select a document. So I select an image and then we'll upload it. We'll just think for a while that this is the question paper. This is an image of a question paper. We'll select the marks, 5 marks for this question, and we can add the question. Done, the question has been added. Now as you can see, no unallocated marks to add the question. So you cannot add more question because the 10 marks has already been completed. So you cannot add more questions. Now as for these, if you want to review any question that you've already been added, if you want to change the question, it's available here. You click on the subject maths, and whatever the questions you have added will come up here, and if you want, you can modify the questions right here in this option. So you can modify the questions here. Raise Taj Mahal, if you want to, you can change the question, or you can upload any document you want or anything. And once it's saved, you can just save the question here. It'll be saved. Okay, so now all the questions are being saved, now we can start the test, I guess. So to start the test, we can start here the test here in the start test option. The exam has been started. Now let me just show you in the students menu how the students will Okay, so this is a student named Geeta. She's a class 1A student. We just created an exam for her. So whenever the student will log in, he or she will get an exam pop-up right here. So they also have an option to WhatsApp the teacher, who's the concerned teacher for this particular subject. They can click on this WhatsApp number and they can chat with that particular teacher directly if they have any queries or issues. Or they can directly start the exam here by clicking on the start exam. Now as you can see, the question was where is Taj Mahal. Now it's upon the student to whatever they want to answer. By default, this 1 and 2 portions are turned black. That means these options are these questions are not attempted. As you can see, it's written here, not attempted questions are 2 and total attempted questions are 0. So once you attempt any question, once you click to any particular option like this, the answer has been submitted, it's been uploaded in our database, and the answer has been saved. That means once you click to any answer, you can log out and you can log in again, and this answer will be saved automatically. Once you select it, it will be saved automatically. If you want to reset, you can just reset the question paper here, your answers here, I mean. So now you can directly move on to the next question by clicking the next here, or you can just select the next by clicking on the question here. So the next question was this image. This image was the next question. So I can directly write my answers here, or I can upload an image. For the students, it will be more convenient if they if they write the questions via mobile phone, or they can directly upload a picture by just opening a camera and snapping a picture right into it. So it will be more convenient for a student to give an exam through a mobile phone. So let's just say this is my answer. They can type it down, they can add any tables or whatever they want, and the more convenient way is to add photo. They can add photos. If they are on desktop or laptops, they can upload the photo that they just snapped, or if they are on mobile phone, their camera option will pop up and they can directly snap a picture and they can upload it directly. Now we can save the answer. The answer has been submitted. This option has turned green. That means the answer has been saved to our database. Now once all the answers has been completed, the student can go back to the menu, or they can just see if the answers, if they want to change anything. Also, there is a new feature which is added. There is a feature called live monitoring. You can see a small camera option here. That means you are being monitored while giving the examination. The student is being monitored. The teachers can see the students while giving the exams. So beware students, you can't cheat here. So let me just show you. When you just tap on this camera menu, you can see your front cam. If you are on mobile phone, your face will appear. If you are on laptop, also your face will appear. You cannot hide yourself, so it's a very convenient feature, I guess. So this is how you create an exam. So after this, the teacher can end the test. Let's just end the test. Look, before ending the test, I can show you the teachers, if they want to see the students, the live monitoring part, they can just live monitor the students here in the view actions, in the examination portion. They can directly select the class 1A and they can fetch, and as you can see this student, Geeta, the teachers can see the particular student here. The teachers can see the particular student here. So now the teachers can end the test after the particular time is over. To end the exam, you just have to go to the exams portion here, view exams, select the exam that is ongoing, fetch it, and then go to your class and go to details here, and we can just see if the exam is going on and if the exam's timing is over, and we can just end the test. So exam has been ended. Now after ending the exam, the teachers can evaluate the paper. Now you have to select the student on whose paper do you want to evaluate. As for me, I've just added one student here, Geeta, so I can just evaluate her paper only. So let's just fetch it. And the question 1 was objective question, so it's been auto corrected. Question 2 was descriptive, so the teacher had the full right to correct to give marks according to the answer. So this was the answer given by Geeta. So it's upon the teacher how much marks to give. Just say I give 3 marks for this question. So the answers have been evaluated. Now after all the questions has been evaluated, the teachers can close the test. Once the exam has been closed, the student can't do anything. They can't evaluate, they can't write, they can't modify anything. Let's just go to exams corner here on the students page. Let's just select the exam that we just appeared, the annual 3, and the exams. The students can see the upcoming exams here, and also the exams that are completed. I can just view the current exam that was just completed. We can see the students can see the marks that he or she got. As for this, the question was where is Taj Mahal? The student selected Goa. So the correct answer was Agra, so she got 0. And for answer 2, the teachers gave her 3 marks out of 5. So in this way the students can check the mark sheet. Also the teachers can conduct the examinations. So this was it for the video. Thank you. Have a good day.